So we're still talking reframing, and this whole week I've been spending some time thinking about the fact that we are so caught up in survival mode at the moment, just trying to make ends meet and take it day by day to see how our businesses are adapting to the pandemic and what tomorrow's going to look like. So there's a lot of stuff to worry about, which means that the one thing that we really struggle with, if you don't forcefully make it happen, is trying to think creatively and strategically. But the reality is that we might go back to our normal lives after lockdown, and there's a big possibility that we're actually going to find something completely different to what we've left behind prior to us going into lockdown. And the only way that we can try and gear ourselves for that eventuality is to spend enough time now thinking about what we're going to do in our businesses, how to stay relevant, what can we do to position ourselves in such a way that when we go back to business, we've actually still got products and clients. Got me thinking about restaurants, so I've got clients obviously telling me how tough they find it at the moment with all the challenges they face. But it got me thinking about a much bigger realization, and that's the fact that we generally find it quite easy to go into the misconception of people come to us for our products or our services because they like us as individuals, or we've got this nice shiny product and that's why we've got all these repeat customers. But the reality is people will only come back and buy from you because of the way that you make them feel. It's always an emotional buy on every single level. And if you want to have a successful business after lockdown, you have to remind clients of that emotional connotation that they had with your brand in the first place. And that will ensure that they come back. So to use the restaurants as an example, I applied a little bit of out-the-box thinking, if you can call it that. Thought to myself, if a restaurant wanted to stay relevant right now, so restaurants aren't in the brick and mortar business of selling food and drink. They are ultimately providing you with an experience where with family and friends you can go for a couple of hours on a Friday night, leave your work life behind and reconnect with people that's quite dear to you. And you do that in a beautiful setting over amazing food and drink. So what about if a restaurant found a way of creating like a family-friendly menu and then repackaging all the products that you may need into a neatly branded box and home deliver that to you, where with a recipe included you can actually recreate those dishes yourself. So you are then able to have your favorite meal with all your friends, or your family rather, in the comfort of your home, and tap into that emotional connotation that you had with the restaurant in the first place. So guaranteed, by doing so, you are staying relevant. And the first thing I'm going to do after lockdown is revisit your restaurant and go back there to enjoy that food. So this definitely doesn't only apply to the restaurant industry. The fact that it's an emotional buy means it's applicable to every single industry out there. So I'm encouraging you to use the time wisely and try your best to think creatively about your own business in that way. And let's see what we can come up with. And please feel free to share in the comments. Love to connect with you guys. So please stay safe and let's speak soon. Cheers, bye.